Hello everybody, Outer Galaxy Lounge here. I've been busy as a beaver lately because we admire the ways of the beaver. Take that as you will. But it's been fall cleaning time, or pre-fall cleaning time. I've been pulling books, pulling CDs, I've been selling things online. I just sold some books from my old book collection, getting a lot of money for those. And I'm just pulling things that have been sitting around for a while to sell. I took some books up to half price and got some cash for those. And I also pulled these. Actually, I pulled these quite a while ago. These are Super 8 movies. Now, some of you may not know what those are. Back before the days of home video and streaming and all this, the only home media we had were these little Super 8 movies that I'm going to show you in a minute. They're just little tiny film reels. They're 8mm movies, little films about that thick, about that wide. You could play them on a little projector. I'm going to show you the projector here. Well, you know, I thought better of that. The projector is in a box in the bottom of a pile, inside of a box. It's underneath some things. I don't want to get it out. But maybe I'll just show you this image right here. So yeah, I've got that little projector. Is it Bell and Howell? I don't remember. So that's very similar to it. My projector, the light bulb still works, but there's some mechanism in there that's not catching the film and pulling it through, and I don't know how to fix it, and I'm not even going to try because I don't need to play these films anymore. I'm going to show you what I got. What these are, they're films from... they're kind of reduction prints. You know, they're like 12-minute versions of movies because we couldn't watch movies. We could watch them on television when they actually came around on the schedule, or we could watch them at a local retrospective art house theater if a classic would turn up there, but they might not turn up for years. So sometimes if you were into film and you just wanted to see some of the film, you could get these little cute little prints of movies and play them like a movie on a projector. And you'd hang a sheet in your basement or wherever and turn off all the lights and play these. So now back then, the libraries, your public libraries, would have 16mm film reels, and you could just check those out for free as long as you had a projector to play them on. I remember renting a projector one time around 1979. And I checked out like Sergei Eisenstein's October, 10 Days That Shook the World, and Pere Lorenz's The River, and probably one of the Laurence Olivier Shakespeare movies, and a couple other like classics that were hard to see back then, and just projected them in my own home. Because we didn't have videotape yet. There was no video rental yet. That really didn't get going until the mid-'80s for most people. So anyway, let's look at the films. I've got this reduction print of The Incredible Shrinking Man. This is on Castle Films. It's 12 minutes long. I'll show you the film. There's the reel in there. Very cute. And Castle Films. Castle Films and Ken Films were kind of the two big players in the market for these things. 8mm home movies. The reason I'm showing you these is because I'm going to sell these on eBay. These are going to go. I don't need these anymore. They were a cute thing to have in their day, but I've had these for almost 50 years. They're in mint condition. And some of these are worth something. Some of them not so much, but yeah, we got Son of Frankenstein. This is the 1939 Universal, the third Frankenstein movie. This is Basil Rathbone in this one as Dr. Frankenstein. Or his son, I think. It's Son of Frankenstein, okay? So anyway, this is also Castle Films. This is 12 minutes. Somebody actually posted this reduction print on YouTube, so you can watch it there just to see kind of what we had to put up with these things. They're not the world's greatest quality. But No Bulls, Please. This is Abbott and Costello. This is a 12-minute reduction of the 1948 movie Mexican Hayride. You know, one of many films that they made that probably are forgotten by most people, but I don't even remember that one very well. We got Moon 02. This is a 1969-1970 kind of space thriller starring James Olsen, who was kind of an up-and-coming actor at that time. James Olsen was in a lot of things. He was a very good actor, very taciturn, very stern, very serious actor. This was made by Hammer. This was Hammer's foray into science fiction. and it didn't do very well. It was kind of a flop. And this is a very boring Super 8, I have to say. This is Ken Films put this out. This was 20, I don't know. Yeah, it says Warner Brothers on there. Warner Brothers, but I think it's a British production. Not a great film, but Battle for the Planet of the Apes. I don't remember if this is the second or third or fourth movie or the fifth. I don't remember. This is from that original franchise series. Selected scenes from 20th Century Fox, 1973 film, Battle for the Planet of the Apes, on Ken Films. Gonna be selling that. I'm selling all of these. MASH, 1970. Mainly, you get in this one, I think, the shower scene where they, topple the curtain that Hot Lips is behind, and the football game, the final comedy football game. Maybe a few other things. I'm not sure. I don't remember. They kind of emphasized the shower thing on there, of course. And it's funny, when back then you would kind of pause. Oh, can I see anything? You couldn't really see anything. So anyway, Hurry, Hurry, W.C. Fields. This is a reduction. This is primarily the final chase scene from Never Give a Sucker an Even Break, 1941, W.C. Fields movie at Universal. This is on Castle Films. I'm doing it at an angle because I know that light right there is going to reflect right off of it. So I used to watch that one quite a bit because it's amusing. The Stowaways, the Marx Brothers. This is primarily the stowaway scene where they're in the barrels in the Marx Brothers in Monkey Business, 1931. This is also on Castle Films. These are all in very nice shape. That's a red reel there, red take-up reel. So I should be showing you the reels as I go along because there's quite a variety of colors on some of these. But I forgot, so let's move on. That's just a gray one. Pigskin caper. Pigskin caper. No, it's not a fish. It is a caper. It is a comedy football game. We got yet another comedy football game. This is from Horse Feathers, the Marx Brothers, 1932, on Castle Films. And that's pretty much all that's on this reel is that final comedy football game from that movie. I got several Marx Brothers here because I was a huge fan in the 70s. And I bought these around 1976, 77. So they're essentially brand new. They're all one owner films. Castle Films, again, Marx Brothers in The Incredible Jewel Robbery. When I bought this, I had no idea what this was. This was some television skit that they did in 1959. It was filmed. It's, it was not like a skit on a variety show. They actually went out on locations and filmed this thing. It's kind of a mini Marx Brothers movie, kind of a reunion of sorts with the brothers. They were, getting up in age by that point. The Fabulous Harlem Globetrotters. This is the Meadowlark Lemon era, the great era of the Harlem Globetrotters from the 70s. And it's just their trick shots and plays. We went to see them at the Convention Center in Louisville back around probably 1974, 75. Had a blast, really enjoyed ourselves. And we got some free burger tickets from that thing, which is a story unto itself because we ended up we kept getting free burgers. We were like little schemers back then. So Patton, George C. Scott, 20th Century Fox release, 12-minute reduction. Just bits and pieces of the movie on this. Ken Films put this out. Let me see what the reel looks like here. Oh, it's a red reel. It's a bright red reel. Nice. There's a little note in here. Here's a black reel from that Battle for the Planet of the Apes film. There's also like this promo in here, this little promo sheet talking about the other movies that were released by 20th Century Fox on Super 8 through Ken Films. And now the prize of the collection. Star Wars, 1977. In almost mint condition. The box is in impeccable condition. I'm expecting to get a premium for this one. Gray reel. No promo stuff inside. But there's the back box. Ken Films. Really nice shape. Really hardly any wear on that. Still glossy and shiny like new. So if any of them are going to look new, I'm glad that's the one that is. Now, those are all the 12-minute. Those are 5-inch reels. They run 12 minutes. I've also got these little 3 and 4-inch reels. These only last about 3 minutes or so. They're very short. Rodan but they were also cheaper, of course. Rodan the Flying Monster, kaiju film, giant Japanese monster movie from 1956. I honestly don't remember much from this one. I also have to tell you, these are all silent and black and white. You could buy color versions, but they were a lot more expensive. And you know, I was buying these things with grass cutting allowance money, so I couldn't get the luxury. And I didn't have a sound film projector, only a silent one. Monster that challenged the world. I think this was from 1958, one of the 1950s giant monster sci-fi movies. Not a very good one, of course. Ken Films, about 3 minutes, not that long. Dark Command, this is a 1940 John Wayne movie. I think it was a Republic Pictures film, if I'm not mistaken. It could have been United Artists, because this says United Artists Home Movies. This is the only United Artists Home movie I've got in here. This is a good film. This is a good Western. This stuff, whoops, very well. I just dropped a film. But luckily, it's not a disaster. So that's how little the little reels are right there. That's cute. We got a little castle film, a little film. This is the Great McGonagall with W.C. Fields. This is the juggling scene. Pretty much the complete juggling scene from the 1934 movie The Old-Fashioned Way, which is one of my favorite W.C. Fields movies. He's kind of just a charlatan theatrical mogul guy. He's the head of a theatrical troupe that's kind of touring the sticks back around the late 1800s. It's a period piece. It's a wonderful piece. It's very much like a Mark Twain story. He's kind of going around. They're evading hotel bills, trying to sneak out of a hotel in the middle of the night and catch the train and go to the next town. That's how they kind of, they're not making a lot of money, so they're just trying to skip out on the bills all they can. And the sheriffs are always one step behind them, always trying to arrest them. And they're putting on their little shows in podunk towns. And one of his acts that he did, W.C. Fields actually did, in his vaudeville burlesque days, before he actually hit the big time in New York, was he was touring the sticks with his juggling act. He was a big juggler. He was a major juggler around the year 1900 or so. And this film is the only record we have. Well, I don't know. He might have juggled in some other films. He did a little bits of juggling here and there in some of his movies, but this is like a full routine. So this is a valuable record of him doing his juggling routine as he would have done them back in his stage days before he became a movie star. Finally we got, and this one is in color, and it's a tiny 3-minute reel, The Haunted Mansion, Walt Disney's The Haunted Mansion. This was a record of what the Haunted Mansion at Disneyland in California looked like around circa 1970, I guess. I bought this at Disney World. You can see the little Disney World sticker on there maybe. I don't know if it's showing up, but we went to Disney World in Florida around 1978, I think, and I bought this in the gift shop there. It's a red reel. It's got Mickey Mouse, Walt Disney Productions on the back. You can watch that on YouTube. Someone has posted that on YouTube. They've added some haunted sound effects from a Disney record, and it's pretty effective the way they did it. But, you know, they've completely redone the Haunted Mansion at Disneyland at this point. So whatever's on that film is not what it looks like now, because, you know, today they want fancier effects, and this was all kind of that animatronic stuff that Disney was doing back in the day. They were pioneers of it, of course, but that's a nice little record of it. I wish it was longer, actually, but anyway, so that's the Super 8 collection that I'm selling on eBay. If anybody wants to buy these on eBay from me, they're welcome to do so, of course. These are all in great shape. I didn't play any of these more than 10 times. they're going to be in pretty good shape. That's all. I just wanted to show you that. It's a kind of an oddity, but I am a collector of oddities, so there you go.